咁就1月17號，倫敦下午2點呢就會有一個反中國超級大使館嘅示威。咁而家朝頭早7點鐘呢，我就出發啦，個天都未光添啊！
坐咗6個鐘車，終於到啦！
如果警察 stop and search 手禮信，你冇需要話俾警察聽任何 personal details， 包括 visa status，no personal details。不過如果俾人拉咗，你可以喺警署嘅 custody desk 俾 name、address 同埋 date of birth 去加快釋放過程。係警署嘅 custody desk， 唔係喺架車上面，係警署嘅 custody desk。如果俾人拉咗，揾律師揾我哋推介嘅律師，唔好要警察推介嘅律師。No duty solicitor， 唔好要 duty solicitor。我哋推介嘅律師係 HJA。一陣間 LO 會派 bus card 俾大家 ，bus card 上面有推介嘅律師所 HJA， 推介律師所 HJA。記住唔好 accept caution。如果你見到有人俾警察拉或者搜身，可以 call over 一個 legal observer LO。
No China Mega Embassy. No China Mega Embassy. Together. No China Mega Embassy. No China Mega Embassy. No China Mega Embassy. No China Mega Embassy. 不要超級大使館。不要超級大使館。不要超級大使館。
跟住落嚟，我哋有請英國改革黨 Danny Kruger MP。
Thank you very much, and let me thank the organisers of today. But most of all, let me thank you for being here. You are doing a brave thing standing here this afternoon. We oppose this embassy because we know that the Chinese Communist Party does not believe in freedom. They will spy on Britain from this embassy just as they are spying on all of you who are here today. So I want to honour your courage. And I want to say I stand with you. Thank you. I stand as the representative of Reform UK. And I want to say this. We know that China will carry on spying. They will carry on oppressing their own people. They will carry on trying to harm the West, whatever happens, whether they get permission for this building or not. But my friends, today we have a chance. We have a moment here on this ground, at this moment, to send a signal that is heard in Beijing, to say enough to China, to say we see through your lies, Xi Jinping. And all the lies that he is saying about this embassy, they stand for all the lies that China speaks about its place in the world, about its peaceful intentions, about its respect for other countries, about its lack of any imperial ambitions. These are lies, and we have a better idea. This is why we recognise China is allied with the worst regimes in the world, in Russia, in Iran, in North Korea. And that is because China itself is the worst regime in the world today. And if it gets its way with projects like this, and with the technology that it is developing, China could become the worst regime in the history of the world. And that is why the British government must not let itself be bought by the Chinese Communist Party. For too long, British governments have closed their eyes to what China is doing in Xinjiang, in the region, in Africa, and in the West. It's too long that they have been lying to our people. And the British government has allowed this for the simple reason that it wanted China's money. And for what? To ruin our own industries, to put our own people out of work, to turn Britain into just another market for cheap Chinese goods. Well, I have a better idea of Britain than that. I think we are worth more than that. Reform UK will restore Britain's industrial economy, and we will recognise China for what it is, a grave adversary, of prosperity, of freedom, and of this country. So I thank you once again. I honour you for your courage. I say we stand with you. Do not lose heart. The British people are with you. And one day we will have a government that puts the British people first, that stands for Britain and for freedom. Thank you.
今日我哋要話俾英國政府知道，如果佢批准英國興建超級大使館，唔單止係會縱容跨境剝削，亦都會嚴重咁損害英國社會嘅本土利益，係咪？係咪 ？Shame on you! Shame on you! Together, do it together. Raise your finger. I'm not sure which finger you are using, but raise your finger. Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Stop translational repression!
Stop translational repression! 我哋依家邀請 Bobby Dean。Bobby Dean 係自由民主黨嘅MP。Bobby Dean is a Liberal Democrat for Carshalton and Wallington constituency. Please welcome Bobby.
Thank you everyone for coming today and for committing to fighting this scheme right the way until the end. Earlier this week, the government tried to insult our intelligence. As news broke about their secret plan to knock down the basement wall and push out right up to important communication lines, the government lectured us about the planning process. This is a disgrace. Now, they're trying to pretend that this is just another application. They talk to us about the many venues that China already has in the UK and tell us about how this is a quasi-judicial planning application of which they have no part to play in. But this is not just any planning application. This is a test. It is a test of the government's resolve in standing up to China. It is a test of the government's willingness to defend Hong Kongers and other persecuted communities in this country. It is a test of whether or not they are willing to trade away national security in a desperate bid for growth. Now we know that sometime in the next couple of weeks, the Prime Minister is going to hop on a plane with a begging bowl to Beijing. He's going to try and secure a trade deal with China. And having failed to secure the release of Jimmy Lai, having failed to tackle transnational repression on our soil, and having gifted one of the biggest diplomatic gifts he could give to a hostile state, this giant mega embassy, he was trying to strike a deal on that basis. And how do we think China will respond to such cowardice? I think they will look at Britain as weak and they will strike a deal on that basis. But it doesn't have to be this way. Instead, Prime Minister Keir Starmer next week, he could reject this embassy. He could cancel his visit to Beijing and he could demand that he will not get on a plane until Jimmy Lai comes back in the other direction. That to me is the strength that Britain should be showing. That is our demand on the Prime Minister this week. Be brave, stand strong, reject this mega embassy. Thank you.
Repression across borders, no more. Not here. Not here. Repression across borders, no more. Not here. Again together to show our solidarity. Repression across borders, no more. Not here. Very good, excellent. Thank you.
跟住落嚟，我哋有請 Sir Ian Duncan-Smith MP. Sir Ian Duncan-Smith MP representing the Conservative Party at Chingford and Woodford Green. Please welcome Sir Ian.
good as a politician to be surprised that you actually want to speak. So I'm going to be brief, and you will regret that that will go on for some time. I want to say one thing and one thing only at the beginning. I want to tell you that I am here, we are here, politicians and others, with you because we believe in freedom. Freedom in the United Kingdom and freedom one day in China. And the reality for us right now is that we face a significant problem. We have a government here that wants us to approve the largest embassy complex in Europe. Absolutely. What do we say to this proposal? No, not here. No, not here. And I have to tell you now that there are some politicians who are hiding their heads on this and don't want to be seen protesting this. Well, those of us that are here today will stand against tyranny. We have a major problem. We have China, North Korea, Russia and Iran in a new axis that threatens the very freedoms that we in the United Kingdom believe, and many of you who have fled here. We say to President Xi, who said only a few months ago that his purpose with those allies was to have a new world order. That new world order will be of tyranny, of repression, of an end of freedom, an end to the right to protest, no judicial rights in face of the law, and total control by the centre. What do we say to that proposal? No, no, no. And also I say to all of you here, we should bear in mind that there is another group that is here today who has a serious vested interest in this problem. And they are the residents, the British residents that live on the site. Let us give them a big cheer and show that we are with them in their struggle against this embassy. And also I say to all of you, that as we come forward now and watch the government trying to give away so much of what we believe in to an overarching, overweening, powerful dictatorship in China, we must remember that we have faced this before in the United Kingdom. We have faced it in the 1930s and 40s when we made big mistakes in not recognizing that a totalitarian state had its mind to overtake and overcome this marvelous democracy with its freedoms enshrined in law. Well, they failed then, and almost too late did we realize that and stand against them. This embassy isn't just about an embassy. This embassy is a token of what we believe in. It will be a blister on the face of freedom in the United Kingdom and all that we stand for. America is against this embassy. All of the Five Eyes countries are against this embassy. And many in Europe are also against this embassy. Why doesn't the government listen and do the right thing? This is the wrong embassy, in the wrong place, at the wrong time, for the wrong country.
好，呢度打岔少少先啊！大家見唔見到後邊有個女士咧，同嗰個舉緊牌嘅男士咧傾緊偈啊？咁就係咧，應該係有個議員嘅助理咧，就叫嗰個舉牌嘅男士咧，嗰個牌咧反轉啊！因為咧之後應該係會有人上嚟講嘢啦。咁啊唔想見到嗰個工黨 Keir Starmer 趌起個屎忽嗰幅圖啊！咁所以咧就叫佢擰轉啊！陣間就會上台之後咧就會擰轉。咁我估計可能會唔會係工黨嘅人過嚟咧？因為工黨都有啲議員係反對啊嘛。咁啊真係唔知啦。 但係風頭火勢應該冇理由工黨會出嚟㗎嘛，係咪先？即係如果係嘅話，應該會俾人炒魷魚喎。咁唔知係咩人上嚟會叫佢嗰個牌反轉啊？我陣間就會知道㗎啦。
That has been taking place in the UK under the eyes of government, under the eyes of the police. Too many of those who have fled tyranny in Hong Kong coming to this country believing in our protection and our freedom have, I'm
咁
afraid,
舉牌個阿哥咧都有照做嘅嚇，領住塊牌咁樣樣，跟住上嚟咧，竟然係保守黨嘅主席啊！話一嚟到啊，即刻個記者係咁嚼佢，真係轉咗塊牌，唔知咩事啊嚇！照計保守黨同工黨應該係打對台噶嘛，但係佢就唔想 Keir Starmer 咁核突嚇，趌高個屎忽，即係政黨還政黨嘅交手，但係國格就唔可以貶低咁樣樣咧嚇，我都唔知啊。政治嘅嘢，我哋呢啲平民百姓識條毛咩？香港都冇政治學嘅，冇政治嘅，得舉手嘅啫嘛。
And may I tell you with some satisfaction, I believe the next Prime Minister of this great country, Kemi Badenoch.
Good afternoon, everybody. I cannot tell you what an honor and a privilege it is to be with you all today. I want you all to know that I understand and I am with you. For those of you who don't know, I grew up under a dictatorship. I know what it is like to live under a government that you are terrified of. I know what it is like to be afraid of what will happen to you if you speak out, for journalists to be murdered, for people to be hounded out of the country. I understand, and that is why I know it is wrong for this super embassy to be built here on this site. China is a country that has harassed and sanctioned our MPs like Ian. China is a country that has harassed and abused British nationals connected to China. It helps our enemies like Russia. It keeps slaves. It disrupts the global trade system. We know that we have to stand up to the abuses of China. And what worries me is that we have a government right now that seems to be scared of China. We have a government that is afraid, too weak, no backbone. What we need right now is a government that will act in the British national interest and protect those people who are fighting for those Chinese citizens who are suffering. I am standing here with you today because I believe in freedom. I am standing with you today because I know what it is like to live without freedom. We take it for granted in the United Kingdom because we have had it for so long. But those who have lived under repressive regimes, those who have lived under authoritarianism, those who have lived under communism know what that suffering is like, and we do not want to see that here. So I speak right now as the leader of the opposition, the leader of the Conservative Party. I stand with you. I tell you that I will always fight for freedom, and I am calling on the government to stop this decision. We do not want a country that spies on our MPs having this super embassy right here. And I will do everything within my power to continue speaking on your behalf. All of you here today are so brave. I see the bravery. I know how difficult it is. I do not want you to be spied on. I do not want you to be hounded. I do not want you to be trapped into a makeshift police station. This is a free country. We must always guarantee freedom, and we need a government with a backbone and a prime minister who is not weak, who will look after our national interest and make sure that he supports British values, of which freedom is the primary one. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, all of you. I'm so proud to be here, and I will continue doing everything that I can to fight for your cause. Thank you.
Right, let's take a step back.
Thank you.
Let's take a step back. Step back. 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 Step back. Thank you so much. All right. What's your message to Keir Starmer? You just want to stand.
Over there.
Keir Starmer, hold it here. Our camera operator, so you're struggling somewhat. Let me just go and grab him.
Stop this decision.
Sorry?
Stop this decision.
All right, yeah, we're just going to wait for the camera very quickly. Oh, where's Oscar? Do you know where Oscar is?
He was standing here just now.
Alright, can we take a picture of you?
Stop being so terrified of China. Just stop going to China with the begging bowl and start fixing our economy. I just think he has completely lost the will to fight for this country. We should be acting in our national interest. And this super embassy, given everything we know about alleged spies, given everything we know about the disruption, it is completely crazy to just grant it. It's completely crazy.
Lotto, will you follow me quickly? We're just going to come through here, guys. Please excuse me.
Well, we've seen what China does in some countries with some of the
Well, you're going to have to...
We won't be able to have as much security here as we would do in a normal embassy. We know that they put people into their makeshift police stations. We know that they carry out a lot of spying, and that's what I'm most worried about. I think we need to send a signal. And I don't know what is going on in Keir Starmer's mind, but he should not be going to Beijing until he has said no to this embassy.
It's a lot of use.
哇！邊個擺啲燈喺度陰人？黐線！
Thank you, everybody.
Sorry.
Sorry, just take one step back, please.
以為唔係上呢架車㗎。
Conditions on the protest. Are you going to do this or not?
哇係啊，但係呢邊上。
We're going to do this.
點解要兜個圈上車嘅？咩玩法嘅
？Security protocol 唔俾你知佢，就係。
哇！好耐未試過咁樣啊，即係跑政治人物咁樣樣啦。香港已經冇晒㗎啦嘛。啊，估唔到要去到英國先有得玩呢啲。啊，呢個劇幾好啊！ 今日都算係多人嘅，其實，即係起碼後邊係企滿晒咯。我都想企上去影。呢個好搞笑嘅訪問咧，跟住後邊舉牌。咁如果喺香港的話咧，應該俾人趕走咗㗎啦。咁但係咧，即係啲民主社會就冇㗎啦。最多趕走你咧警察咯，即係叫你翻埋去舉啦咁樣咯。 但係受訪嗰啲咧就唔會理你嘅，係啊，警察嚟咗趕佢走啦，即係叫佢企翻入去舉，但係就唔係受訪者或者電視台要你走咯。如果香港嘅話唔得嘅，香港嗰啲電視台好惡㗎，或者係要你唔好舉啊，去個第二度再舉咁樣樣啦。今次都溫和喎，即係同你溝通，跟住你又同佢溝通，其實大家都磨時間嘅啫。警察嗰邊又有做嘢，即係起碼叫你走，跟住你就喺度磨時間，就可以繼續喺度舉。一個交功課，一個做功課。
Fulfill your promise
哇！屌啊！俾你上咗去添，我排緊隊喎。好耐㗎，上去就邊個上到去會肯走啊？咁今日咧都係好多外國記者啊，因為咧真係本地嗰啲喎，唔係啲細媒體啊，係真係英國嘅電視台啊、報紙啊嗰啲都嚟齊喎。咁因為有 Lib Dem 啦、Reform 啊，啱啱保守黨最大嗰粒都嚟咗啦。再高多少少會好啲嘅，再差唔多到我啦。不過再高多少少會好啲。有啲好得意嘅畫面啊，即係呢啲啊，嗱呢部機宣過咧就唔靚嘅，會爛畫質嘅。咁但係咧如果企喺上嘅話，影相咧一流啊！陣間企喺上去就 OK 㗎啦嚇，即係有啲藍色面罩啊，跟住有啲 band 拉係新㗎，跟住同埋睇下咧後邊有幾遠。等埋佢差唔多啦，每個咧，我諗每個人喺上面影半個鐘嘅會。咁呢度咧就係大使館正面啦。咁嗰個電纜啊，即係咧地底嘅光纖電纜咧，就喺前邊呢一個位置啊，嗰埲牆嗰度嘅。咁啱啱爬上嚟嗰陣時咧，有個鬼佬咧趁空檔想擒去我嗰個位嗰度，我即刻跳上嚟啦。即係鬼佬呢啲嘢咧就唔同你客氣㗎，即係佢會無端端咧企喺你前邊影相，跟住唔理你嘅，即係佢唔會話哎呀擋到你又唔好意思，冇呢啲嘢嘅。即係鬼佬呢啲嘢就比較霸道啲嘅，比較硬啲嘅。如果你同佢客氣的話咧，咁啊你自己蝕張嘅喎。啱啱企前邊嗰陣時都係咁樣樣咯。你唔企硬嗰位咧，佢就攝咗埋嚟㗎啦。哦，終於上到嚟啦！如果係香港的話咧，啲警察一定屌曬老母咁樣啊！落翻嚟做乜嘢啊？邊個俾上去啊？咁呢啲咧就唔怕啦，英國嗰度，即係好有自由嘅。
Tibetans are denied of the fundamental human rights on which cultural heritage has been systematically
今次真係多人喎，後邊滿嘅喎，後邊呢度都滿嘅喎。
We aim to wipe out our rich culture, language, and identity. There is no religious freedom. Our monasteries are suppressed.
我換支長鏡先。
Writers, artists, and innocent Tibetans are detained, persecuted, and imprisoned merely for singing songs in praise of a spiritual leader, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The Tibetan Lama, who was only 6 years old, was forcefully abducted by the Chinese Communist Party and remained disappeared to this day. His whereabouts still unknown. Due to unbearable repression and ongoing cultural genocide, many Tibetans have resorted to the most extreme form of protest, self-immolation, to protest Chinese illegal occupation.
好，換個 Y angle 啊嘛，好多啦。
The same mechanism used to repress Tibetans is easily
It's okay.
wider UK communities posing a great threat to human rights, democracy, and national security on British soil. This proposal is extremely concerning and represents a serious threat to our democracy, public safety, human rights, and national security. I say if the northern legs of SS2 rail project were cancelled due to public concern, cost, and environmental issues, then why can't we cancel this? This is about national security. This is about fear, espionage. This is about intimidation and transnational repression on our own British soil. This is unacceptable. I live in this country. I pay my taxes. I'm a British Tibetan.
都有啲係新嘅喎，有幾張未見過嘅喎。
To listen to our voices, to our fears, and to our warnings. I urge Mr. Steve Reid to act, reject, and say a big clear no to this proposal. Even if Prime Minister Keir Starmer visits China, He must go with pride, carrying British values and principles of democracy and fairness. True leadership means having the courage to say no when it matters the most. And to our all supporters right here,
嗱，一個短縮話俾你聽咩係自由啦嚇，自由就係有呢啲口號，警察望住冇事發生，香港應該你個頭喺地下摩擦緊嘅啦。係啊。我想影下呢個女士咧喺遠距離嗰度啊。跟住有個陽光，嗱係呢個 shot 啦，嗱不過咧你哋應該見唔到嘅，我影相咧就好靚，壓縮感好強，嗱有少少斜陽咁樣斜一斜，哇非常好，嗱呢個要影一影窩先呢張要，因為咧佢光差太大啊。要翻去推一推佢。哦，但係呢張相 OK 喎，呢張相。我喺呢度咧，就幾個警察喺度，黑色嘅。跟住呢個都可以喎。能力範圍之內做到嘅事，能夠示威嘅示威，能夠寫信嘅寫信，能夠投票嘅投票。今日係超級大使館，聽日就輪到 BNO， 再後日又唔知有乜嘢去挑戰我哋。但係無論點，我哋好多人要喺度不斷發聲，將不公義嘅事情揚出嚟，從而推動民意，從而改變個政策。大家有冇啊？最後多謝大家今日嚟，大家一齊。呢個 shot 又係幾好。大家一齊，我哋喺議會上。不過今次有少少唔同啊，之前咧係俾你咧喺條行人路呢度企嘅，依家就唔俾咯。即係你揸得嚴咗少少。喂，派單張真係有人攞㗎喎。我依家咧可能咧就攔住行人路嗰度，就唔俾你黐嘢上去咁樣咯。嗱，前邊呢度咧就係正門啦，跟住呢度斜咗落去，呢度一條直路。咁呢度埋去咧就係 Walmead Street 啦，即係依條就係啦。咁呢一座咧就係 Wapping Telephone Exchange。咁呢度咧就係被指為神秘房嘅地方啦，就係因為咧有條光纖電纜咧。就喺呢度喺地下嗰度經過嘅，佢即係沿住呢度好近嘅啫，就喺呢度呢度，跟住咧就有間房仔喺度咧，就配備咗2個高性能嘅散熱裝置，係俾啲勁嘅電腦啦超級電腦用嘅。咁點解要喺間房仔嗰度擺2個勁嘅散熱裝置咧？咁好明顯就係因為有電腦喺入邊，所以先要散熱啊嘛。即係咧，呢度咧直接咧好似啲公司咁樣樣啦，有間 server 房喺度咁樣樣。咁正常咧，呢啲咁緊要嘅裝置啊 server 房咧就唔會起喺一啲外圍嘅範圍噶嘛，一定係喺間公司啊或者喺啲機構入邊嘅核心範圍，即係喺裏邊噶嘛，唔會喺貼住埲牆出邊呢度位噶嘛。咁所以咧，英國啲專家就覺得好奇怪好古怪，點解要喺度擺啲高性能嘅電腦咧？佢又咁近嗰啲光纖電纜喎，好危險噶嘛。咁大家就係估啦，會唔會咧就係喺度竊取緊條光纖電纜嘅資訊咧？咁仲有入邊啊，即係鑄幣廠入邊咧，有208間房咧係俾人塗黑咗嘅。咁英國政府咧係完全唔知嗰208間房係有啲乜嘢，或者係咩用途啊、咩裝置啊、咩設計啊、咩 floor plan 乜都冇嘅。咁呢個外交地方嚟啊嘛，咁中國政府咧就用咗一點咧，就查黑晒成個 floor plan。好似告支聯會啊、周幸彤嗰份檢控書咁樣樣啦，全部都塗黑晒，乜都唔俾睇嘅。咁你想幫自己 defence 咧或者係諗一啲預防嘅策略咧，你冇得好諗嘅，你根本就唔知嗰份嘢係咩㗎嘛。 咁直至係英國傳媒咧，唔知邊度揾到嗰份未修改嘅版本，揾到哇208間房喎，入邊有啲隧道啊，通嚟通去咁樣。跟住呢度有啲巨型散熱裝置啊，幫啲電腦散熱啊咁樣。哇！即係咧成件事出晒嚟啦。咁不過我估計啊，都係會批佢噶啦，因為依家工黨啊嘛 ，Keir Starmer 去中國嗰度萬邦來朝咁樣啊，習大大係最中意呢啲噶啦。咁但係其實咧，你諗深一層咧，有啲古怪嘅，點解咧？即係兩個國家嘅領導人咁樣啦，唔係去你度就去我度噶啦嘛。咁而家係咪英國政府有好大嘅一件事要求中國咧？咁所以要送禮咧，派禮物咁樣啊，批俾你去咧，啊批俾你起，跟住我去到，跟住你想攞啲咩咧？咁如果你係咁如果 Keir Starmer 去中國嗰度，唔係話有啲咩古怪嘅交易啊，台底交易或者係一啲要求啊、請求咁樣咧，其實唔需要做呢啲動作噶嘛，因為你係一個平等對等嘅方式去外訪咁樣啦，唔需要將自己嘅身價降到咁低噶嘛，即係除非裏邊係有啲不可告人嘅秘密，如果唔係咧，你唔需要送大禮噶嘛。OK， 兩件事可以 independent 獨立嘅，我 ban 咗你，或者我批准你呢個大使館，咁我去你嗰度又係另外一件事嚟噶嘛。咁依家咧成件事咧就好古怪，好似一個交易咁樣。其實如果你睇英國媒體咧，你會發現咧英國人好注重呢單嘢，不過咧佢哋唔係注重大使館呢單嘢咁表面啊，而係咧就覺得點解好似咁賣國咁樣嘅賣英國咁樣嘅，你唔需要將自己降格到咁誇張噶嘛。唔批咪唔批咯，批咪批咯，咁唔需要話你好似懇求要去見習近平咁樣，好似要好想見到跪求參見習近平咁樣咁降格嘅成件事。咁啲英國人咧就覺得咁樣咧就有問題啊嘛，即係好似去翻慈禧個年代咁樣啦。外國人嚟見慈禧見皇帝要三跪九叩趴晒落地嘅咁樣先得嘅，咁英國嗰邊咧就話單膝跪不 OK 嘅啦，即係大家就係有呢方面嘅唔同咯。咁以前係單膝跪啦，依家咧你如果去翻以前咧，可能 Keir Starmer 真係會三跪九叩趴晒落地下咁樣去見習大大都唔頂喎。咁呢啲咧就有啲古怪咯，大家覺得，因為係普通嘅禮節性訪問嚟嘅啫嘛，即係冇分上下噶嘛，冇分咩我俾啲嘢你，跟住你要同我做啲乜嘢咁樣噶嘛。如果入邊係真係冇台底交易的話，如果真係冇咁但係依家英國人咧就好多都覺得，喂唔係咁喎，即係你大唔大使館可能都未必關我事啊。不過你搞到英國個國格咧降咗好多咯，好似你唔去見習近平，你聽日就要落台咁樣。你唔去見習近平，英國就生存唔到咁樣。點解降格咗咁多嘅？成件事都唔係咁嘅。咁反而咧呢樣嘢咧係英國人最concern 嘅咯。就好老實，係咪大使館喺度或者係批唔批？其實對於好多英國人嚟講係唔關佢哋事，佢哋 who fucking care 啦。因為唔係真係咁切身啊嘛。唔知大家身邊嘅英國人點樣諗咯？啱啱咧有個藍絲定係小粉紅經過影人哋大頭咁樣啦。不過冇乜嘢嘅，即係互屌下，跟住佢屌住走咯，又係咁樣咯，影相佢屌住走，即係好怕死嘅，即係唔夠膽逗留多1-2分鐘咁樣啦嘛，一行到嚟都走咗啦，咁鬼渣！我作為一個大粉紅咁講啦，做得啦，唔怕做落去啦，係咪先？即係起碼有畫面啊嘛，你企喺度唔好走，跟住幾廿人圍住佢，咁有畫面，跟住嚟警察嚟救你，咁好似香港咁樣咁先有嘢睇噶嘛？乜屌住走，咁講兩句又咁樣向後行咁樣，冇料到咯！出得嚟行啊，怕咩？係咪先？你放啲人會喐手咩？咪日日喺度一係圍住屌，一係指住屌嘅啫。搞到啲警察都過嚟嘅笑口嘅警察都，我都冇有呢個衫，呢個3粒嘅笑口，跟住對住個3柴嘅3柴又唔知做啲乜嘢。收隊冇嘢睇。冇衝突。
Yeah, of course it is. Just a little bit slowly because there's lots of people milling around.
冇乜都冇啊！唉，我作為一個大粉紅，即刻過嚟救佢都救唔到。不過次次都係有呢啲嘢嘅，唔出奇嘅。冇先至古怪。不過即係如果覺得道理喺你自己度，梗係唔好走啦，堅持到底啦，怕咩？唉咁樣呢啲渣唉。
It's legislation, and we're acting as an agent on behalf of the council. Unless you've got consent. Unless you've got consent. They don't need to raise concerns. They don't need to. It expressly says you've got permission. If you haven't got permission, then unfortunately we'll enforce and take restriction away. So it's up to you. I know what you're getting at when you're talking about you, and that might be quite a clever use of legislation, but that's on you. But as soon as you start to project anywhere else, we'll see to equipment. Okay?
哦，即係唔俾射啊？唔俾 projector 啊？佢哋想 projector 啊嘛？唔知有冇我講喎？哇！
波電得用波電得，唔係我同佢講啫。咪得咯，而家
我即係射落身度就得，射落個牆就唔得。
排隊喺度。你講咩？射我背脊咯。
projector 啊？
有冇啲唔係黑色衫嘅？有冇啲淺色啲衫嘅企喺前面？
冇黑色衫，全部都黑色衫喎，大佬。
我哋企喺呢塊板前。
即係唔可以好似上次咁樣 project 去嗰幅牆嗰度啊！
就係咁嘅，咁咧我哋今日都帶咗投影機啦，咁咧嚟到做流動嘅投影，咁好簡單，其實 message 都好簡單啊。咁邊度係嗰個秘密室啊？呢度啊嘛。Secret room, right?
Secret room.
We want to show it。咁我哋今日咧又帶咗 projection 嚟就指示俾大家睇邊度係秘密室，亦都帶咗 projection 指示你我哋會有 FREEHK 嘅一啲流動嘅投影放映。咁早前咧，警方咧就同我哋講。佢哋有我寫咗一個 Town and Council Act Planning Act 咧，咁咧就唔容許我哋將呢個投影咧投落去呢埲磚牆嗰度。咁我哋就話：咁啊唔緊要啦，將就下啦，自己起埲牆咯，係咪啊？自己起埲紙皮牆咯。跟住係又話呢啲咧臨時嘅裝置都唔容許嘅。如果我哋投射到少少呢啲光咧落呢埲紙皮牆咧，就收咗我哋部投影機啦。咁於是我哋依家咧就唯有用人肉流動嘅牆咯。香港人係我哋可以係 be water 啊嘛 ，be water。香港人 be water， 香港人 be water。
你要叫啲淺色衫嘅人上嚟啦。
所以我哋依家邀請一啲着淺，雖然大家基本上應該着深色衫嘅，我哋依家特登邀請啲着淺色衫嘅人咧，咁我哋就嚟做人肉。Screen 人肉牆，人肉起牆。而家我哋想請一啲着淺色衫嘅朋友行出嚟呢一度，用個背脊做個 screen。淺色衫嘅朋友，請淺色衫嘅朋友出嚟做個 screen。
嗱，鬼佬又永遠企喺我前面嘅，唔知點解。爸爸，嗱個鬼佬，個鬼佬。有幾闊啦，其實。
呢度咯，啲人有幾闊咪幾闊咯。我淨係打啲人個身度啫。
誒，等佢係啊，其實係，一係等再夜啲咯，又係要等啦。
你邀評都仲可以評。
係啊，好多啊。
寫個 project 喺邊？
同鬼佬講啊。
我一打唔係我哋個位，其實佢冇嘢㗎。
係啊係啊。嗰邊差婆仲拗緊，應該唔俾佢哋擺啩。啱啱都拗咗好耐㗎啦。
唔係因為玩咗上次之後，佢好似話申請咗禁制令，唔俾再投。
係啊。所
以佢又唔可以射到任何關於射到埲牆。
跟住塊紙皮又唔得啦，乜都唔得。啊！鬼佬終於行開咗啦。
係唔可以用緊紙皮？
鬼婆。
唔係佢唔可以。鬼婆。佢啱啱話唔可以。但係臨時。仲傾緊。
上次玩得好玩。
係啊，上次真係好硬嘅。
狗問。
咧上次突發
嚟啊嘛。
上次係啊，上次突發落去啊嘛。
本身都唔係喺度搞，
係啊，
就冇人理佢哋。
For everyone here and also the media. So basically, we have brought our projectors in order to project some messages. Originally, we want to project messages onto the wall in order to indicate where the secret room, the future secret room may be at this upcoming mega embassy by China. Testing. But earlier on, police officers came to us to let us know it's not allowed. It's not allowed. We should not project anything onto this wall of the Royal Main Court. So we said, okay, we don't want to make your job too complicated, you know. And Hong Kong people, we are like water. We can improvise. So we build our own wall. We were building our own wall with the cardboard. But after we successfully built our own wall, the police officers came to us saying that, but it's not allowed to even project anything related to any messages you want to show on the temporary structure. We, as free individuals, we still have our own bodies. So we are using our own bodies to construct a human wall. It's our own body that we are gonna project the message on.
佢係出佢企喺呢個位。
我知啊，所以冇人走。
Free Hong Kong. Say no to China's mega embassy. No China's mega embassy. And now we are having a projection about free Jimmy Lai onto our own bodies because we are not allowed to project anything onto our mobile wall. Free Jimmy, free Jimmy.
大家褪後少少俾佢哋褪後少少。
哎呀，踩到個差婆添。哦，呢個好多。
1 2 1 2 check。
係要打橫爭啊！
有冇大塊啲啊？有冇一塊大啲嘅單面旗
？Free Jimmy Lai! Free Jimmy Lai! Say no to China's mega embassy! No 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 China's mega embassy! Free Jimmy Lai! Free Jimmy Lai! Free Jimmy Lai! Free Jimmy Lai! Take down CCP! 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 Take down CCP!
俾阿 Sir 凍親啊
Take down CCP!
Take down CCP! Take down CCP! Take down CCP! Take down CCP!
Take down CCP!
Take down CCP!
Bow to China! for the media friends who just got here at this spot, just want to let you know what's going on. So basically, earlier on, we have prepared some projections to be projected onto the wall of the Royal Mean Court in order to send a clearer message to the public, to the people inside the Royal Mean Court, to the passers-by, to say no to China's magazine, and also to free Jimmy Lai. And then we were notified by police officers that we should not project anything onto the wall. So, but Hong Kong people, we are like water, we act like water. So we built our own wall out of the cardboard, a mobile wall. And then police officers came to us again, saying, no, you are not allowed to project anything onto the temporary structure you create for advertising. And then I said, I'm not advertising anything, but it's strictly talking about any message that I want to actually share. So this is why now we are using our own body. We are projecting the message onto our own body, a wall built by the free individuals who want to protect the values of liberty, who want to protect UK national security from the CCP. That's why we're here to say, no China's mega embassy! No China's mega embassy!
要做咩啊？啲差佬指晒標咁過時。
我套中我開上嚟啦，我開上嚟。
喂，又俾咯喎！
Mobile wall we just created.
終於，唉，唔使咁辛苦啦，大家都。但其實反而唔係咁好喎，我覺得。有人先有嗰個味道喺㗎嘛。
Fight for freedom.
進差咗我覺得。
Fight for freedom.
但係進傾緊咯。
Fight for freedom.
唔知得唔得
？Fight for freedom.
哎呀，冧咗添。唔小心冧咗，但係射唔到咁遠喎。哦，差佬嚟啦！
差佬嚟，我諗咗。準備走，掹咗先，我走。好取巧啊！
咁啊，啱啱。
線嘅。
同抄牌有取巧㗎啦。
咁啊，啱啱咧有風啊冧咗，跟住咧差佬即刻衝過嚟啦。
唔得啦，你要停。嗱，我企定喺度啊！OK， 企得。阿楊附近如果片都冇。
Free Taiwan.
Free Taiwan.
Free East Turkestan.
Free Turkestan.
Hello, my name is Ayman Ekford, and I'm a Ukrainian citizen. I also represent Chechen Movement United Force. And why it's important to speak about Ukraine or about Chechnya today, because CCP collaborated with Russian government, and the same time, the same things that going on in China, in many ways going on in Russia, and they're working on it together. For example, when Russia occupied free independent Chechen Republic of Ichkeria in 90s, in 1999 started Second War, because in 90s Russia lost the war to Chechens, then Putin came to power, attacking Chechnya again, and soon 9/11 happened in 21, and Russia used violent terror rhetoric against Chechens.
藍衫嘅都 OK 嘅。
The same was done by CCP against Uyghurs. This concentration camp, so-called filtration camp against Chechens. And kidnapping of relatives of any activists or freedom fighters. The same was happened in East Turkestan. Because it's open information. You can Google it. That Russian occupation government in Chechnya, they collaborated with occupation government of East Turkestan.
今次係第9次，大家中國領事館出嚟示威。上年應該係2、3月嘅時候啦，我唔係好記得第一次嘅示威幾多，我哋好多人。第2、第3次越嚟越少人，去到前一次因為 早幾次我係有負責幫手啲背後嘅統籌工作，可能得1000，可能得幾百。但今日我哋又多翻啲人出嚟，甚至保守黨嘅黨魁都出嚟。如果我哋第一次示威只係得幾百人，可能呢個大使館已經通過咗。如果我哋第5次、第6次已經放棄，得幾十人出嚟，可能上年呢一個嘅領事館亦都已經通過。今日我哋嘅示威到底有冇效？下個禮拜2可能更加早嘅時候，可能就會知道，可能最尾呢個垃圾工黨政府都係會通過呢個領事館，但係我哋盡咗我哋嘅最大努力，至少我哋 delay 咗佢1年先。我想同大家講嘅係，我哋嘅堅持，不論係2014又好，2003都好，2019都好，因為堅持，所以先有今時今日嘅成績。雖然個成績有陣時好差，有陣時我哋而家係基本上係土崩瓦解，但係我喺呢度仍然見到，久唔久都有1000幾百，久唔久有陣時3000嘅香港人出嚟示威。有啲人係冇辦法出嚟出席，因為佢哋唔係住倫敦。但有啲人係純粹設計佢嘅 poster， 有啲人負責寫信 MP。呢一啲嘢我哋唔好忘記，我哋唔好將佢拋諸腦後。下個禮拜2到底我哋嘅抗爭成唔成功唔清楚，但至少今日我哋見到保守黨嘅黨魁同我哋一齊企出嚟。雖然呢一個係英國嘅文化啦，可能就係覺得即係臨急抱佛腳。香港如果係有咁嘅領事館突然間話中聯辦擴建，Day 1就已經幾千人衝咗去示威，同埋次次都會見到立法會議員啦，係咪？可能呢一個係英國嘅文化，我未適應，但我相信我哋繼續夾出嚟，我哋繼續不斷就 BNO 後好，繼續呢一個可能嚟緊有啲貿易關係協議都好，繼續行出嚟呢度嘅 so-called 嘅民主社會係會比較易少少鬆動佢哋，令佢哋跟我哋嘅意思去做。
香港人，加油！
And we have a third guest speaker, Pavlo, another Ukrainian activist. And I think it is really important to highlight that we stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine!
Hang on, stop, my friend. Stop the CCP!
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 World, wake up!
World, wake up!
World, wake up! World, wake up!
World, wake up!
All together, we will win!
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 My friends, my message today is short. I'd like to thank you all for coming here. I think it's very important to keep telling people that we have not forgotten about what's planned here in the Royal Mint Court, right in front of the Tower of London. Very important, both very important actually, spots for London, historic spots for London. And it's a travesty, truly. It's a bastardization of this place to enable the CCP, a clear, if not an enemy, then an opponent, an adversary, at the very least, of the United Kingdom. To allow them to come here and do as they please, my friends, it's never a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. But also, I would like to mention a certain message that I always like to send with any other communities that either invite me or then allow me to do a little speech with them as well. We have done some speeches with our Iranian friends as well, not too long ago. As you well know, there are large rallies happening in Iran right now, and we hope that the Iranian people will finally free themselves from the terrorist Ayatollah regime. Free Iran, exactly, my friends. This is also important, not just because they stand for the same cause, for the same ideals as all of us do, the Ukrainians, the people of Hong Kong, Tibet, the Uyghurs, all of us. But also because Iran is right now, with the fall of Venezuela, is the main provider of oil for CCP China. And the fall of the Ayatollah regime will make it a lot more difficult for the CCP to act as they please. For those reasons, my friends, it's very important for all of us to give some support to Iran. But also, of course, we must not forget about how the CCP itself tries to get go within countries. You know, they're using the time-tested strategy of the Soviet Union, of subversion, to go within a country, and by any means you can try to subvert that country. Well, that's a pretty funny one, isn't it, my friends? The microphone is playing tricks with me, but that's okay, my friends. That's okay. That's not a problem. You know, the important thing is for us to send the message. And technology is something very important, but it's not the essential thing. The essential thing, my friends, is all of you being here in person, whenever you can. The essential thing, excuse me, is for all of us to send this message to those who may not know. You know, a while ago there was some funny guy strolling by with a CCP flag, shouting CCP slogans. These people, they make me laugh, honestly. I think if anyone got upset by him, my friends, don't be upset. Ask these individuals what they stand for. You know what they will do? They will keep shouting their slogans. They will never answer because they don't understand why they stand with the CCP. They don't understand why they support them. They don't get it. They don't think. They've lost their humanity. They threw it away to become tools of a regime they themselves don't understand. For how can you understand something if you can never be critical towards it? And my friends, I'd like to mention one more thing. The Russian terrorist regime is becoming more and more of a proxy of the CCP. In the Far East, the Chinese government is, with lack of a better word, annexing entire areas of Russia. They're building up infrastructure to mine coal, which gets the whole place dirty and ruins the lives of the local people. And they actually stood up, they actually went to protests. And you know what happened? The men were sent in a war against Ukraine, all the way in Europe. As China is taking away their land, those idiots are fighting against Ukraine. Now, this is the weird part, my friends. I honestly do not understand why we can't be projecting this on the wall. I think it's a bit of a weird choice, but alas, my friends, the choice, you know, we are here to cooperate with the police at the end of the day. We're not here to fight them. And that's why this is a peaceful rally. I've seen many rallies here in London, some of them pretty atrocious. The entire streets full of urine after some of those protests. And in others, there were fights and threats and vandalism. But not in this one. I've never seen a single bad deed being done in this rally. And with that, my friends, well done for the discipline. And keep up the great work.
Yeah, that's better.
You know, hopefully we'll be able to hold it. Hold on, my friend. Maybe I can help out. Yeah? Yeah, nice. My friends, maybe we can get some more people to help them out. You know, it can't be the same guys holding it forever. Maybe I'll hold it a little bit. And to end this little speech of mine, my friends, once again, keep up the great work. If you like, you're always welcome in our rallies at 10 Downing Street on Sundays at 3 o'clock. We are always happy to have some of you, my friends, to give your message as well, to send your message there, and to add your voice to ours and ours to yours. For your fight is our fight, and your victory is our victory as well. All together, we will win.
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 Just to end the speech, my friend, remember last time when I said Slava Ukraini and people reply Heroyam Slava. So let's try to do that again. Slava Ukraini. No, you have to say Heroyam Slava. So Slava Ukraini. Well done. Thank you very much, my friends.
Thank you, Paul. 各位大家好，咁我哋今日至到依家為止咧，好可惜我哋未將投影可以投影到落我哋最原本希望投射落嗰棟嘅牆壁嗰度嘅，但係我哋亦都好慶幸我哋喺唔同嘅同警方嘅一個討論之下咧，我哋係至少可以用一個臨時嘅裝置去到做呢個投影。我哋都喺度鼓勵大家可以喺，因為譬如 FREEHK 呢個 video 啊，或者我哋之後可以 share 埋 反大使館嗰個 video 俾大家，大家可以係喺自己身處嘅城市、身處嘅市鎮嘅空間，選擇適合嘅地方去做呢個流動嘅投影遊擊嘅行動。我哋唔知道星期二嗰個結果會係點，但係正如頭先幾個講者係啦，同埋唔同嘅講者之前都講，我哋亦都係已經係凝聚咗一啲嘅力量，我哋亦都唔會就咁就放棄，因為我哋嘅目標，就算佢真係唔起中國大使館，我哋都會聚埋一齊，因為我哋目標係要中國要踢走中國 ，take down CCP，take down CCP，take down CCP，take down CCP。咁我哋今日呢個嘅集會嘅行動，亦都到此係會完結嘅。但係亦都歡迎大家，如果認為個天好靚啦，天色好好啦，你都好想周圍遊覽，亦都歡迎各自由去行動。So basically, this is the end of today's rally at the Royal Ming Court. Officially, we are announcing that it is the end of the rally opposing China Mega Embassy's proposal at the Royal Ming Court today. This is the end. 我哋之後繼續會做眾籌 the crowdfunding for the judicial review to go against this awful plan. We will continue the fight. We will continue the fight. Take down CCP. Take down CCP. Take down CCP. Take down CCP. No China's mega embassy. No China's mega embassy. No China's mega embassy. Thanks for everyone for being here today, and we will meet again. Thank you. Thank you.
哎呀！
It's a technical problem, isn't it? It's a technical problem. I have that all the time. You're a nice man. And you're trying to obstruct our human rights. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Go quick. I'm going to open the road. Okay.
So the road's going to be open very shortly.
Yeah.
So you need to
And especially a projector, because I've got every right to take it, so I suggest you get it out of my line of sight pretty quickly.
Mate, just leave with it.
It's 1641 only.
Right.
Even 5 o'clock yet, is it?
Well, the road's really open.
Okay. Can you move out of the way and we can...
Yeah, come on.
Ready?
Yeah, we're leaving. Yeah, we're leaving. 多幾個人？有冇嘢要咩啊？有冇要咩啊？
要送佢走。
唔係，我嚟㗎，我嚟㗎。有冇嘢幫手？多啲人啊！可唔可以解睇咗頭先嗰一齊走執嘢？一齊行，一齊行，一齊走，一齊走，一齊走，一齊走。費事佢收機啊！費事俾佢沒收啊！多啲人一齊行。沒收手機啊？唔係，佢嗰部 projector 佢想收啊，所以大家多啲一齊會有帶走都未？冇，帶咗部機。冇，有一邊想帶走，跟住有幾個又話帶走。手機。唔係，咁我哋一齊幫佢帶走咯。
咁啊，啲藍色衫嘅警察啊，即係警民關係組咧，又好緊張啊嚇！即係咧，只要一射上去咧，佢哋又想收機，即係收咗個 projector。咁依家咧，即係護送揸 projector 嗰兩個人咧就離開，咁啊以免咧啲警察咧乘機收佢機咁樣啦，即係開條路俾佢一齊走，以免咧單獨落單咁樣有危險。不過就唔會有啲太嚴重嘅危險嘅，我覺得，即係唔會話咩擰轉頭咁樣掟佢走咁樣，唔會嘅。即係佢哋淨係想即係唔射上去嘅啫。好啊，哇幾壯觀喎呢個！影埋警察先 ，Y angle 影到啦。係啦，嗰幾個走咗啦，即係嗰幾個警民關係組嘅藍色衫警察。咁佢最注意都係嗰個 揸住 projector 嗰兩個人啦，因為有兩部 projector 嘅，一部光啲啊，第二部嚟嘅。咁開頭嗰部暗啲、渣啲嘅。咁佢就話呢個係即係呢邊係 secret room 啦，咁啊應該唔係啊，因為咧後邊嗰個咧啲行家話唔俾佢哋喺嗰邊搞，唔俾佢哋喺嗰邊射啊，淨係行都唔俾佢行啦。咁所以咧就喺度咁樣影咯。咁但係就應該唔係呢個位嚟嘅，應該係過啲呢個位，過啲呢個位。咁但係咧佢條光纖咧其實都有賴過喺呢度嘅，即係總之咧成個鑄幣廠嘅範圍咧都有條光纖咧圍住咁樣樣嘅。即係好密嘅啲光纖，咁但係就唔近依間房咯，因為依間房咧你見到其實同個牆壁有啲距離噶嘛，冇咁易可以撚得到冇咁易可以 detect 得到嗰個 fibre。咁但係咧依間咧就勁貼嘅，即係勁貼嗰個外牆，咁所以咧就可以好近咁樣樣，可以喺1-2米範圍之內咧就可以係咪可以攝取得到個資料咁樣樣咯？咁大家話喂唔係喎，光纖可以攝取到嘅咩？其實係得嘅就好簡單。以前咧係用緊電嗰陣時咧用電嘅信號嗰陣時咧係更加易啊，直情唔需要即係唔需要話好近都得嘅因為有電啊嘛，有電流經過 detect 得到啊嘛，1同埋0，1就即係有電，0就即係冇電咁樣樣啦。咁但係光纖係更加簡單，同埋咧電咧如果咧有干擾的話咧係會衰減，但係光纖咧，如果你攞到個信號咧，其實係對方係唔知嘅，完全係唔會有任何察覺得到嘅情況嘅，係完全係個情況係完全唔會俾你察覺得到究竟有冇人接聽緊條光纖嘅。咁費事講得太過複雜啦如果唔係又會好悶啊，又講啲咁 technical 嘅嘢咁樣樣。嗰兩排警察咧望住佢哋，咁呢啲係雜啲嘅，呢啲係雜差啲嘅，呢啲係。咁大咗幾粒咧？去入邊先？大咗幾粒就喺我後邊呢度啦，遠少少啦。咁反光衣嘅雜差就望住佢哋收工。咁叫佢哋上返行人路英文嘅上返行人路。
唔使得喎。
You will be very kind if you can. Just relieve the open door. You know, earlier on, your superintendent was just talking to me about not allowing things to go on the barrier because we use cable tie. But apparently, I didn't know that. Apparently, and the reason being is because when you tie the barrier, in emergency, you can't use it. But apparently, we use special cable ties that you can simply. How do you apparently, of course. I want some. So could you?
It's expensive. Sorry for that.
Yeah, of
Where
course.
is she,
actually? I think she was standing just down there. Right, I just want to make sure.
咁啱啱叔叔解釋嗰條索帶唔係以前啲索帶嚟嘅，可以解嘅。咁其實我自己都用緊嗰種可以解嘅索帶。呢一啲咧又係唔知係咪啲遊擊策略啦，即係你一拖時間啊，即係佢一定要聽你講嘢，咁你慢慢講佢又即係唔會做佢原先要做嘅嘢啦，即係趕你走咁樣咯。你係喺度慢慢同佢講嘢，咁你 hea 時間，佢係喺度。即係叫真係有嘢做緊啦招呼緊你啦，呢個係佢哋成日用嘅一個好好嘅策略咯。即係唔知呢次係咪啦？一同警察解釋嗰條索帶而家進化咗啦咁樣，佢哋嗰個警察就話：係啊，哇咁好啊，我都想要一個咁樣嗰啲，好搞笑。做咩啊？即係地下嗰啲唔要係嘛？擺喺度，跟住警察應該開翻條路啦。有啲路政嗰啲工人咧，就拉走嗰啲三角形嗰啲鐵馬。咁佢哋應該今日都係咁上下啦。咁我咧都差唔多要離開啦因為咧小弟咧都係要坐翻6個鐘頭車翻去嘅。咁依家咧就4點搭10啦坐多6個鐘頭車翻到去，再駁多3程巴士其實，跟住就即係話差唔多12點幾啊，翻到去都 咁老老實實，我覺得都係應該會批嘅。即係如果唔批嘅話，都唔會搞咁耐啊！扭屎忽花咁樣，就係工黨想攞啲政治籌碼同大陸政府唔知搞啲咩，去爭取啲佢哋嘅利益啩，即係政治上嘅利益咁樣咯。咁啊真係不得而知啦。呢啲佢哋自己私底下台底嘅事，我哋唔會知道。咁但係咧，批嘅機會好大咯。如果唔批嘅話，一早話唔批啦，係咪先？咁所以就扭扭零零。直播到此為止啊，唔係直播嚟嘅，即係一個半直播啊。因為小弟喺呢度嘅 WiFi 信號嘅上網信號咧係好渣嘅，因為我係北面人嚟嘅，我係北面人嗰啲 signal 咧就北面就會好啲，嚟到倫敦咧係接近收唔到嘅啲台係啊，我個台係北面收到嘅啫。係冇嘅。
If you could, we couldn't find a link. Thank you.
咁啊喺，哇！喺香港啲警察唔會掂喎，會叫食環執嘅啫喎，會叫食環嗰啲醫執嘅，佢哋唔會掂嘅。驚畫面唔靚啊嘛，佢哋全部要自己執。好啊，今日嘅錄影直播咧到此為止啦，希望大家喜歡啊！好，咁啊記得上 Patreon、subscribe YouTube、comment、like、share 啊！拜拜。
另外車站